ફાઇનાન્સ બેંકના પરિણામ જાહેર થયા. નફામાં ઘટાડો આવ્યો હતો, પરંતુ આવક અને નિમ્સ વધ્યા છે. અને આ અંગે વધુ વાત કરવા આપણી સાથે જોડાયા છે ઉજ્જીવન સ્મોલ ફાઇનાન્સ બેંકના MD અને CEO ઇતરા ડેવિસ. Sir, very welcome to CNBC Bajar. And first, if you can just wrap up for us, for our viewers, the numbers what you have posted. All the numbers look very good. Only the profit has seen little dampness. Would you like to explain to us?
Good afternoon. It's good to be with you. And, Ujjivan has had a very good fourth quarter. The first 3 quarters, we had losses due to COVID conditions, and we had to make provisions. So this fourth quarter is a turnaround for the year and for the way ahead. Now, if you compare with our fourth quarter of last year, it is slightly lower. But when you consider that we have had 3 tough quarters, it is a big turnaround. And I think that is what you need to see and what the market needs to understand, because this is something which is very, very unusual in the circumstances that we were provided, because COVID conditions for our client base, our customer base is very tough. They have come out of it. We have come out of it. And we are looking ahead with all positivity to this current financial year to do better than where we were in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. But if we see the numbers, sir, stress assets have massively declined if we compare to quarter 3. What would be your outlook on gross and NPA going ahead, and how much restructured books can go bad or improve?
I can't go into specifics in terms of numbers because we are in the process of a QIP. And it's a silent period, but I'll give you the direction and I'll give you the thinking what is going on at the moment. We have a full collection team in place, which we put into place in the second half of last year, and that is working very well. So this team is being able to do very well, and they will continue in that direction during this year, which will allow us to reduce NPAs further, and that is already seen in the numbers of the fourth quarter. That will continue into this financial year as well. So that way, the GNPA, NNPA, all are going to be moving down.
Also, would you like to believe that the worst of credit cost is behind, and we will see just improvement going ahead?
Yeah, I would think so. That is our numbers indicate that way, because subject to, of course, any new incidents of COVID, but it looks like, not only the country, even Ujjivan has learned to manage this situation. The third wave did not affect us, and whatever is happening right now has not had any impact. So subject to that, the numbers look to be moving in the right direction, and we will see a lot more improvement.
Also, sir, your AUM growth has been really good. Guidance, would you like to give some guidance on that?
See, the third and fourth quarter were record quarters for Ujjivan. We had over 4,800 crores in each of those quarters. And I think that is an indication of the disbursement levels. So we will continue with good disbursements into this year. Now, of course, the only problem is the interest rates. Interest rates are increasing and rising across the country, in the country and across the world. So I think that may put some sort of brakes on people borrowing. And if that happens, then we'll have to learn to live with it. But as far as we know, and we see the demand during April was very good for loans. May is continuing, and we feel that we will be able to make the numbers that we have projected for the coming financial year.
Yeah, in fact, that was going to be my next question, because of the interest rise, how will the bank performs and how will the business get affected? But what do you think about the NIMs? We have seen improvement every quarter. What would be your guidance going ahead?
See, we always try to target a 10% NIM, because that is a very good number to have. We have managed to reach there due to a combination of factors. One is the lower cost of funds, which we have managed to do in the fourth quarter, and also a slight adjustment in our portfolio. The microbanking portfolio gives us a better yield. There's been a slight increase in the microbanking portfolio in the fourth quarter, and that has allowed us to get back to the 10% NIMs. The cost of deposits will start going up because the whole market is pushing up the deposit rates. So we have to see how best to manage it. We have not yet raised our lending rates. We are watching very carefully. If Reserve Bank of India raises rates next month or any time between now and next month, then we will have to look at our lending rates. But for now, we are looking at the deposit rate adjustment, but nothing to do as yet on lending rates.
Yeah. And any other fundraising plans going ahead?
Yeah, we have this QIP which is in progress because the board has given us approval to have the QIP. This is actually required for two reasons. One is that in December this year we complete 3 years since our IPO, and it is a SEBI requirement that within 3 years minimum public shareholding is 25%. So we are currently at 18.3. We need to take that up to 25. So the QIP will help us in that regard. The second aspect of the QIP is that we are looking at a reverse merger, merging the holding company with the bank, and this QIP and minimum shareholding, public shareholding, is a condition precedent to the reverse merger. For these two reasons, this will be very important for us during the current financial year.
Okay, sir. On that note, thank you so much for joining with us, and all the very best for the next quarter and the next year.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.